Hello, I'm back for another wild card read, this time for Capricorn. They were the next that came up in the requested list. If you would like to request your sign be up next for one of these reads, just go ahead and hit me up on at Broadcoven on IG. I got a post up there where you can cast a vote for your sign, okay? So far we've done Aries, we have done Sagittarius, we have done Leo, and now we're taking care of Capricorn, okay? And this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, okay? Anywhere you have strong Capricorn placements in your chart, this may speak to you. Likewise, I'm going to be using, gender terms when I'm speaking of he or she, woman, man, any of that. Just consider it fluid. Apply it as you see fit as masculine, feminine energy. I can't really control how, the information channels in. So I'm just going to relay the messages as they come in. You apply them to your situation as you see fit, all right? It's however it hits for you. It's however it speaks for you. So just seeing where are things at for Capricorns. The Capricorn Collective this holiday season. What messages do you have for the Cappies? Spirit, what do you need them to know? What's coming their way this holiday season? It's interesting. I'm wearing these earmuffs because it's so chilly out here. And I'm kind of getting this hit with Capricorns that you're sort of in a space where, you're enjoying the silence in whatever capacity. You can find that for yourself within the day, The song by Depeche Mode, enjoy the silence automatically kind of comes up for me. You might want to give that song a listen. You might want to check out the lyrics and see how that is speaking to you right now. But I feel like you're kind of dealing with a situation where there's been a lot of talk, and a lot of opinions flying around, and you're sort of at the space where you're done talking, you know where you stand on things, the choices that are right for you. And right now you're just really craving a time out. I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of kind of argumentative people around you, and it's been a real kind of stress and strain for you, and you're just wanting to take some time to sort of find a little pocket of peace for yourself and come back into center. So any messages for Capricorn wanting to come out of the deck? Anything the cards want to confirm for Capricorn? Any messages for Capricorn? Oop, there we go. Let's see what we got here. You're going to have to hold on to the cards, because the wind's going. Okay, I see that there was something that you were working on recently, that you were putting into energy, putting in energy into building. And you were trying to make a decision about, was it really worth your effort to continue to invest your energy into this? This is the picture I'm getting here with the two of spades, the three of diamonds, and the eight of hearts there. I feel like though, you were seeing some progress and you were seeing some momentum and something building from this effort, from this energy you were putting into this project, this work that you were doing, to create kind of a new future for yourself, I feel like your heart wasn't really in it. And maybe that's why you kind of needed to take some time out to sort of like get some space, get your bearings, and make some decisions about how you wanted to move forward with this enterprise, with this project, this plan that you had poured a lot of energy into. You know, it's kind of like it's been your focus, it's been everything you were thought you were building up to, but it's like now as you're getting close to the time when it's, you know, when you're supposed to be actually executing this plan, or launching this project, you know, apply it to your situation as it sees fit. It very well could also have to do with a relationship, you know, maybe like you had planned to move forward, you know, in a relationship, and you kind of been, you know, deepening that connection. And now when it's kind of at the point where you're right about to, you know, see the fruition of everything that you've been building, you're kind of taking a moment to pause and question yourself, is this really what I want? And I think you're seeing some areas where, you know, the tower's kind of fallen and there's some cracks in what you thought you wanted. And you're realizing that the divide between need and want is actually really narrowing. And your priorities are starting to shift. And you do know that whatever you put your time, your energy, your focus on, whatever you invest in, it really has to be aligned with your heart. And if it's anything to do with a project or, you know, I see this as, yes, this is like building. You're building something tangible, right? This is really about focusing on building a solid financial base and not really working for somebody else or building somebody else's dream, but building something of your own. It also, you know, just symbolizes that security, you know, having enough of what mama needs to boogie with in life, you know, or daddy, whatever the case may be. Okay, daddy-o. But yeah, this is really about setting up that solid foundation. And it's really interesting on this queen, I just noticed here, it says occultum. So for those magically inspired out there, you may have even been doing some, you know, some workings around this, you know, maybe you've been doing some spell casting around manifesting abundance and a stable future. Maybe you've been creating a vision board. Maybe you've been sending up your prayers, you know, or doing a lot of meditating, you know, and really getting a vision in your mind's eye of what that would look like to be at that place of arriving, you know, in your life with this project, with this, you know, personal enterprise, you know, that you're trying to launch, this new beginning that's sort of like the foundation for your future. And I want to get some more information about this. Like, what does this beginning have to do with? What is this? What is the? Ooh, this card doesn't want to. This card doesn't want to come in. Oh, okay. So we got King of Diamonds here that came out, you know, in relation to that. It did not want to go back into the deck. So I do see that this could also have to do with a partnership. Now, that partnership can be just like a strict like business partnership. It could be just a partnership based in, you know, a mutual creative project, you know, something you're working on, like a band, you know, recording an album would be an example of this, okay? It can also be something like a romantic partner that you're looking to build a stable future with. You know, and maybe with that message coming through with that Eight of Cups is about walking away, you know, from what hasn't really been able to really hold the space for the dream that wants to come into fruition, you know, so that what is can come into alignment. So maybe you are taking a different look at your relationships too, in all respects, romantic and otherwise, and just seeing, do these relationships, do these connections that I share with these people, do they support what I'm looking to create? Yeah, and I see that that is what you've been thinking of, because we have the two of spades energy right here, okay? And that is about kind of taking a time out and trying to get clear. It's often when you're trying to make a choice. So I kind of like consider this as like a crossroads card, like you're at an important juncture, and the decisions you make now are going to have a very potent effect on your future. So it's important that as you're making these choices, you do pull away and create space for yourself to be, away from all the noise of the other people around you and their opinions and what they think you should do, because really it's about aligning with your heart, not what other people want for you. I'm just going to stick this back in the middle of the deck because I cannot lay these cards down with the wind. Yeah, I feel like you haven't entirely trusted the path that you've been building on up till now. I do see some seven of spades energy, which is really about, there's some kind of, deceitful stuff going on. There's some shady things going on in the dynamic. Whether this is a project you're working on with others, I do see this is like something related to partnership on some level, okay? So you apply it as you see fit, although there isn't really any hearts energy on the board right now, except for the 8 of hearts, which is all about moving away from what isn't aligned with the heart to move toward what is, okay? So I'm not necessarily taking this so much as like a romantic partnership. I see it as more related like in a creative capacity, maybe a creative project, maybe, some type of dream you're building, that's about laying a foundation for your future. I also see that it could be about, building a business. And if that was the case, this wouldn't be about building somebody else's business. It'd be more like maybe you're considering a partner for a business enterprise or a project. Okay, this is coming in right now. I'm going to see if, yes, okay, yes, this has been recently proposed, with the 3 of clubs here. And that could give the sense of maybe this is how, I can finally like see things come to fruition. If I bring this person in, my ships will come in. And what I would say? I would say, yes, that, this could be a good matchup. There is the 10 of Pentacles here, okay? But I do want you to be aware that it's not going to come without its challenges. And I think that that's something that you're already kind of aware of right now, with that 7 of spades energy being in there. And just maybe you've already had this person kind of not be all on the up and up with you in this project you're working on. And so you're not sure if you should really, trust them in this capacity, and there may have even been some arguments around this with this 5 of Wands energy, but I do see that whoops kind of got cut off with the Queen of Swords energy. This Queen of Spades relates to the Queen of Swords in tarot, okay? But it's just kind of an energy of like, okay, let's cut through the bullshit. Let's just get very real, put all of our cards on the table. This is what we're dealing with here. This is what doesn't work for me. This is what does. And I see that, you were hashing it out, with this person. You've been in a process of hashing it out. If you haven't been, you will be soon. And this is really to just kind of dead the old cycle and what has happened before between the two of you that didn't meet expectations and has you feeling kind of apprehensive about diving into this again, and actually leads you to victory with this 6 of clubs energy and a moving away with the 6 of spades from the problems of the past, and it actually allows you to build something really stable for your future. So this is like a very successful outcome in that regard. And again, we don't really have heart's energies coming up here. I feel this is related more to a project at this point. Top of the deck energy, you know, it just shows that that's kind of the overarching theme that's on your mind, is that Seven of Spades, you know, the fact that you don't want to get burned. You want to make sure that everything is entered into above board, that there's a clear understanding. I would say get everything on paper, draw up the necessary legal documents in areas where you're doing business with another. Make sure that the terms are clearly defined, that both parties are in absolute agreement on that, you know? Yeah, you know, and that's what'll give the success. See, yeah, you know, and these were all the cards leading up to that. We had, you know, the Three of Wands, the Ten of Diamonds, you know, and that King of Diamonds, right? And then what comes next after that, I just want to show you this. What comes after that is this Nine of Hearts, you know, wish fulfillment, gratification, arrival, you know, actually seeing the dream manifest. So that's a really good sign. I would say this is a case where if you're considering getting involved in an enterprise, a project, a creative project, doing some kind of workshop, putting on a show, doing some kind of cross promotion, building a business, and you're looking at pulling somebody in and you've kind of been like wondering about it, I'd say, you know, really, you know, hammer things out, have a meeting about what's, you know, what your concerns are, get everything above board, everything out on the table, and then I say clearly define it, you know, legally define it, and so there's no room for guesswork, and every party's covered and in agreement, and I say it could turn out really well. It looks like it'd be lucrative for you and a positive move. Let's see if there's anything on the cut of the deck to elaborate on that anymore. Okay, we do have Joker energy, all right, but it's in the upright. So I see this as like full energy in the tarot, which is really like stepping into a new chapter of adventure, of exploration, of doing things outside of the box, doing things in a new way. Maybe up until now you've been kind of formulaic in your approach to life, and now you're kind of willing to open up to new energies and bring a little creativity and explore some new avenues and paths, and you know how you create, you know, financial security for yourself in your life, and how you manifest, you know, that strong foundation, and you know how that foundation and what you wanted that to look like in the past has undergone renovation of sorts, you know, and you're looking to build something new in that space now. Any more messages that want to come forward for Capricorn? Money, money, money. You guys are always focused on the bag, man. And I can't say I blame you. I'm a Capricorn North node, so like I totally get it, right? Like sometimes, you know, you got to shake it up, you know? You can kind of get set in your ways when you reach a certain level of success where you're like, okay, this is working. I'm just going to stick with this formula. But, you know, all the magic happens in that creative space of trying something new. So, you know, sometimes it can be cool to work on a project, you know, with somebody where you can get a different perspective and a different energy can be brought into the mix. And, woo! Yeah, we got Knight of Swords energy there. So I see some kind of swift communication coming in. Let's see what this message is about. What is this communication going to be about? What swift communication is about to come in for Capricorns? What is this swift communication going to revolve around? What is this swift communication coming in for Capricorns? Oh, look at this. Came into the side. Crossing influence. Yeah. I see there's an opportunity that's about to come in. You're going to get a message about this. This is an opportunity to move away from troubled waters, move away from what wasn't working, and it's going to open up a whole new direction for you that's going to be like smooth sailing from here on out. And then your ships are really going to have a chance to come in. And yeah, here comes that security that you've been wanting with the 4 of diamonds there. You know, the start of a new enterprise that allows you to explore new facets of yourself and bring in a bit of creativity. And having victory over where you felt ripped off in the past, you know, karmic scales balanced, you know. I see this as, you know, really deading that energy where you got ripped off in the past and having a redemptive victory in this situation, which is a really fucking cool message. And, you know, what just came to me is maybe you had a lot of people tell you like, oh, there's no way that you can do that. Like, you'll never be able to achieve that. You know, you're wasting your time. You got your head in the clouds. And then it's like, oh yeah, proof's in the pudding. Check out what I fucking manifested, okay? So I think you're gonna, you know, have some people eating some humble pie, man. Some people who didn't believe in you, man. And they didn't, you know, they don't have a seat at your table now, you know? I feel like you're gonna kind of like cut off some people that weren't there for you and that didn't really have your back, you know? A 7 of Wands is also kind of saboteur energy as well. So I feel like, you know, the people who worked against you, yeah, you're going to call those people out with this King of Spades energy. You're just going to dead that. You're cutting it off. You're calling it out. You're putting an end to the nonsense. And you're moving forward, aligning with the people that really have your back and that you can count on. And that is the thing that, you know, you arrive at from that time of sitting in reflection and just feeling out what is the best course of action for me to take. And stepping out of that crossroads leads you to wish fulfillment, gratification. It's all going to dial in. Just cut off what doesn't work for you. Align with what does. When people show you who they are, believe them. Don't question it, okay? And you just keep building your vision and following your heart and aligning with what, you know, really uplifts you and speaks to your soul, because it's all paying off. Happy holidays.